boats, but they also sponsor a number of our limited boats and our outboard boats as well. To our other sponsors, a big thank you goes out to Brewster Marketplace, Eisenhart Excavation, Valor Law Group, Chris Kenner Racing Specialties, KB Marine, Cody's Saloon, Wright's Dollar Store, and Northwest Wholesale. Looks like we've got Mr. Dave White here for his interview.
The famous one. All right, Dave. We talked a minute ago, and just a little bit of an update. Annie's Dodge is done for the weekend. There are no problems. It's just 2 heats, and we're done, and that's fine. But the important thing was you got a chance to get back out there again and do it. And you are, as Deb said, perma-smile at this point. The cheeks are a little tight from smiling. Go ahead.
Oh, man, that's about as much fun as you can possibly have. And I want to thank Tim and Kim for giving me that opportunity.
Yeah, just make sure you talk right in the end there. No, you're right. How do you explain the feeling? I know from myself, everybody's a little different. I know my son says, you start going real fast, and then everything gets kind of slow, and then all of a sudden it's going real fast. And but what's your thoughts?
Yeah, the boat has a whole lot of straightaway speed, and when it's really fun to go fast in a straight line, but then you come up on a corner and you realize you got to turn, and you don't know what to expect. Is it gonna stay with you? And it does. And
yeah.
Unfortunately, you only get 4 laps, but by the time you're done, you start to get a really good feel for what the boat is going to do for you.
Well, you say unfortunately. Well, the thing is, we do a standalone, and I think were you down in Entiat for that when
No.
we did the stand? But everybody's going, oh, we sure want to run all the time. Well, you get a chance to run 3 or 4 times in a day, and they're going, oh, I'm tired. Well, hey guys, don't complain about this. If you're not willing to go out, don't complain. Be happy for the laps. No, how many boats have you driven now? I know it's at least a couple times.
I've driven. This is the second limited boat, and then I got to drive one of the unlimiteds in Manson last year. Mahogany Merlot.
Yeah. It's and that's a totally different story again. With the sound and the wind, and this is good, and that's I've been 175 on one of those, and that's moving.
Yes, it is. I think I got to go with Kip Brown, and I heard 130, which is enough.
Oh yeah. Well, and there's you talk with the folks from the museum that are out there driving, and there's some that are saying slower, 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 and then there's the other ones that are going the other way. I don't remember. It was a lady I interviewed last year over there, and she said, no, I kept telling them to slow down. Well, you might as well not go out then, because there's no point. But no, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you had a chance to do that. Share your thoughts on that. It's so important to us for everybody to know what it's like. And it is different for everybody, without question. And comfort level is huge. And obviously you felt pretty comfortable because you wheeled it around pretty darn good.
Oh, I had a lot of fun, and I was 1/10 of a mile an hour slower than Tim.
Well, we got to Tim, get the boat ready. Dave's going back out and gonna put you to shame. But no, we got to get you in another. We've got to get you in a different cab over, one with the wider transom, because you will be amazed at the difference in the way they drive. So, Dave White, I thank you so much for coming up and visiting with us, and look forward to seeing you every time.
Well, thank you very much.
All right. Take care, my friend.
Gun 4 laps at 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. Green flags. Sport C.
Green flag on the course. 4 minutes. Sport C. And here you go. Bumblebees. Nah, not quite like that. Maybe honeybees. Not quite as angry. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7. Oh, well, that's one of the largest fleets we've had this weekend. That is good to see. I think everybody's out there with the exception of the 12, which is withdrawn. And Bob Shellhays told me this morning, last night, I don't remember now, they will be in Pateros. They've got an issue with the radios in the helmet. So they're going to get that fixed. And Kelly, from my knowledge, Burnett will be driving up there. Look forward to that. So it should be a great time. Going up the backstretch right now. The first boat out there is the 991, Kayla Huff. Second, 560, Will Huff. Third on the outside looks to be West Friedel. Then Gerald.
Benedict.
Yep, Gerald Benedict. Pretty sure that's one of the Meads then.
So then we've got Mark Mead in the 846, Russell Mead in the 545, and Joseph Morrison in the 999.
And that is Gerald right there. Joe Morrison in the 999. That is the green boat. This is Russell Mead. You can tell that is the little bitty short boat, 545. And Dad coming down in the 845.
So this is our family class of dad, daughter, husband, wife,
uncles, yeah.
Uncle, son.
Got everybody and their brother out here having a good time.
So we've got definitely their family on the beach, but they truly are competitors and want to beat each other out there on the water.
I'm just waiting for Kayla to beat Dad again. I think that would be fun to watch.
Well, she did beat Dad in the first heat yesterday, and then Dad got her in the second heat. So we'll see what goes on today.
Dad says it doesn't really matter, but I know better.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Dad's about as competitive as they come. Great guy, a real good shoe in one of these OPCs, having run these and others, including Formula One.
We do have our white flag on the course.
38 seconds. 30. So they'll be in good shape coming down here. Shouldn't have anybody over, I hope. Starting to pick it up a little bit.
Here they come, rounding our second turn. Up to the start.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, green flags.
All right, West Friedel, Kayla Huff, Joe Morrison, Will Huff, Russell Mead, Mark Mead, and Gerald.
And we do have a legal start.
Yep. Fun to have that many out there. And as I said yesterday, this is more of an entry level class and price. You can get in. You know, like I said yesterday, had you brought the checkbook or the cash, you could have been out there today running. There are boats available. If there isn't one at this particular time in the region, we'll find one for you. That goes across the board. There are boats available in all phases of this if you are interested in that.
It looks like Kayla Huff has taken over first place.
Yeah, but you see what's outside there?
Outside is her dad.
Here comes Pops.
In the 560. See if Kayla can hold him off.
Well, this is so reminiscent of when Steve Waldy was driving the 560 and Mike White was in the 991.
And there goes Will passing Kayla. As they
You
go
see how
into
high
turn
he's
one.
got that boat, too. That's the only reason it's going as fast as it is. Only thing touching is part of the propeller and the very back tip of the sponson.
Will has stretched out his lead to about 3 rooster tails and is opening up that margin as he comes up the backstretch.
About where they were yesterday when they were running in the one heat, and it's about it'll stay up probably about at that point. I'm sure Will's trying to make a point to everybody that he is the fastest of the bunch, and probably is.
That boat is owned by Gary Hansen.
Yep.
Of Hansen Racing.
Yep. Also the leader of the Notre Dame Unlimited Vintage.
He is also, yes, part of the Notre Dame Thunder Valley Racing. Gary Hansen is also president of the board of directors at the Hydroplane and Raceboat Museum. He also has an SE in his fleet that Kip Brown drove to a national championship for the last 2 years.
Yep. Yeah, we've got to get Gary back out, get him in a boat again, just to play in the vintage side of things, not in the competition side, but come out and enjoy. He's got a bunch of toys and we need him to play, and I know they've been busy doing a lot of things, but hopefully we can get him back out. I don't know if he's going to drive the Unlimited anymore or not, but I would think so.
I would think so as well.
But if not, it will be ably piloted by one of the drivers at the museum. One of those folks sitting next to me, and I know is really looking forward to getting an opportunity. And it'll come. It will come.
I would love an opportunity to drive one, although we'll see if that presents itself.
It really should. And the other thing, and I look at it from being the announcer and talking about it, and just like we were talking with Lorna here, having you out there driving would be a real asset and a tool to use for promoting. And we have to take those things into account.
Right.
And we know that you're most capable of doing it. So.
Well, and one of the things as we're talking about the Notre Dame, for those of you that were watching Seafair, at Seafair, involved in Seafair, our race director, Kip Brown, was the pilot of the Notre Dame.
That he was.
And he will be at Mahogany and Merlot this year again. And he will be driving the Notre Dame and giving rides and participating in the exhibitions.
I think somebody threw the anchor out here and was waiting for everybody to catch up a little bit. Will slowed it way down up in this turn.
And here's your winner, Will Huff, in the 560.
All right. And I haven't done it this weekend, but any of these folks that are out running, when they're done, if you've appreciated what they've done, let them know. Give them a round of applause. The capsule boats, they can't hear you when they're running. Once the lids come open, they can hear you. And they appreciate knowing that people enjoyed what they did. All right.
Kayla Huff in second place. And then 991.
Russell Mead trying his darndest. Not quite. Wes Friedel, third place. Here comes Gerald. All right. Gerald ahead of Joe Morrison. And our final boat, Mark Mead. Excuse me, I had it backwards. Mark was up in front, Son was in back. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Well, as I say, that's I was trying to remember who had that boat before. I had heard it's a short boat, it's hard to handle, doesn't do well in the rough water at all, so I'm sure on flat water that thing would be a rocket ship, but definitely not when they're running with other boats.
Well, congratulations to Will Huff for winning our first heat of Sports C on during our Sunday program. Next, we will have the A11, Marissa Bartels. Oh, I actually think it might be Marina that's coming out. Well, I just was told by Dad that it will be Marina coming out. We'll have the
2.5 mug. Clock is set at 4:10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
driven by Preston Wrights and the A21 piloted by Gunnar O'Farrell. And we do have all 5 out on the course.
And I'm sure Marina wants to make up for what happened yesterday. Had a fuel line come loose. It's a line they use. It's a fuel-injected motor, and they loosen a line to bleed the system. Didn't get tightened all the way, and that's what happened. And then so Sis goes out, has a great run. Les Deathridge in the Crazy 8. That would be Gunnar O'Farrell in the 21. Marina in the Sidewinder, the 90. So we have 3 of the boats out there that are true mod boats. The 8, the 11,